Sasquatch got a great chance to take this one out.
Yeah, good opportunity to get some points in the bank, but Dean Cooper in the 84 car last night was so impressive. 6 p.m, Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway. Ruapuna, are you ready? Let's get ready to rumble. This is going to be an absolute barn burner. Heat race number 10. Idling round the Stadium Finance corner. It's time for the 10-lap white knuckle ride to begin. We've gone green. Already a little bit of contact further back in the field. Gene Spooner gets chewed up and spat out. Referee not happy about that start. Heat race number 10, first race of the evening. Let's see if we can get this one. They've gone clean, it's gone green. Caleb Bourne in the 95 car, big outside charge, gets the nose in front, right in behind him is the 7 of Jaden Dodge, and then we look back, it's Michael Pickens in the 84 of Dean Cooper, 93 Todd Richards, one of the hometown boys, looking good there in the 5th spot right now, but it's Caleb Bourne leading the charge. Big run up the inside by the Sheriff. These two have been hammer and tongs all season long. Pickens just poising himself, sitting in there nicely in that 3rd spot. The track looking in tip-top condition in this, the first heat race of the evening. And Caleb Bourne making nice work of it at the front of the field. Matthew Levisic is coming under a little bit of pressure from Daniel Thomas further back in the field. But certainly, Caleb Bourne looking good, looking smart at the front. Jaden Dodge, former V8 Ute racing champion, grew up around dirt track sprint car racing, and he is making an absolute fist of it right now, isn't he? He is hounding them down. The Sheriff right up onto the tail of the Sasquatch's tail. Pickens in 3rd. Pickens just striking a little bit of problem. Yellow comes out.
Race.
Yellow lights out too.
Here we go.
Oh boy, they're back on the hammer super quick. Big battle going on at the front. Dodge tried the inside run, couldn't make it stick. Bourne is just driving a great run, sticking to one awesome line there. Here comes Dodge looking down the inside. Michael Pickens starting to loom ominously there in that 3rd spot, just watching the battle in front of him. Then we go back to Dean Cooper, Matthew Levisic, Daniel Thomas and Connor Rangi. That's the top 7. Pickens starting to really wind up the rubber band in the CRC Stadium Finance number 1. It's still Caleb Bourne. 3 laps to go here at the Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway. Fast and furious. That's how it runs here. And making no mistakes at the front of the field in the 95 car. It is Caleb Bourne, Jaden Dodge in 2nd, Pickens in 3rd, Cooper in 4th, Levisic in 5th. White flag time, 1 more lap to go. Pickens starting to chase the dirt. May have left the run just a little bit late, but he's going to bank some pretty good points. Checkered flag time. Our race winner, the local boy, Caleb Bourne, takes out the win from Jaden Dodge. Michael Pickens, Dean Cooper, the 78 of Matthew Levisic finished in 5th. Then we go back to Daniel Thomas in 6th. 7th was the 57 of Connor Rangi. Gene Spooner, car 35 and 8th. Todd Richards in the 93 9th. Steve Duff Jr. finished 10th in the 15 car behind him. Sean Ashton, Alan Chapman and Shannara Stronach.
There you go, Ruapuna, one of the local boys, Caleb Bourne, taking out the first heat on the 2nd night of the Access Man Sprint Car title, and he did it beautifully. Well done to you, Caleb. You also got the fastest lap time, 13.66 is a very good time around here. Folks, if you want to celebrate with Caleb, get on down to the fence, give him a clap. That's a very good performance by our local lad, 95C, Caleb Bourne.
And the Fairview Rodney, 47A of Zach Sokol. Sit down and hold on, folks. Here's heat number 11. It's the cast of the fast. We've gone green. And Rodney Wood needs to get some big points in this one. The Duff Man starting to muscle his way through. He's another driver that absolutely needs to capitalise in this heat race. So it's Rodney Wood leading the way. Zach Sokol in second. Jonathan Allard in the 0 car. Super impressive last night, sitting there in third. In the 58 of Bailey Betts in fourth. In fifth spot, we have got the 64 of Matt Honeywell. Corey McQuillan in the 12 car. In behind him, the Duff Man starting to wind up the 19 car. But boy, he's got his hands full in a big battle there with McQuillan. Duff's going to have to go top side and start making things happen. He's got the momentum. Another point on the board for Jamie Duff. Now he's got the wily old man of sprint car racing, Matt Honeywell, in his sights. A big run here being put in by Jamie Duff in the Pro Creek machine. But he's got two absolute flyers in front of him in Bailey Betts. And Duffman's going right around the top. Up against the concrete wall. What a battle between Duff and Honeywell there for that fourth spot. Jonathan Allard moves up another spot, so the race order is Rodney Wood, Jonathan Allard, Zach Sokol, Jamie Duff's got himself. Oh, here's trouble. And it's a younger Josh Buchanan in the 43 car. Would have been right into it. Rodney Wood, their two-time New Zealand sprint car champion, is going to bring them around. Green flag flies. 5 laps to go. Oh, Rodney Wood just made contact there with Jonathan Allard. Here's a high-speed excursion to the infield for Honeywell. He's going to get back out on the track. But it's Jonathan Allard in the Dalton 0 USA car. Zach Sokol in second. 51, Rodney Wood in third. The Duff Man, big run up the inside into third. The local hero is on the prowl. He is desperate to get some more points in the bank, and he has got one of the young guns that he has gone elbow to elbow with. Just gets a little sideways on exiting turn number 2. Sokol is fast. Sokol is furious. Let's see if Duff can outrun him down the front straight. She's a big drag race going on. In the meantime, the 0 car of Jonathan Allard just starting to run away from them. Duff's up into second. Another valuable point into the bank for him. White flag time. Jonathan Allard, he has looked so good all weekend long in that Dalton 0 USA car. Jamie Duff in the Pro Creek 19 is second. Then we go back to Zach Sokol in third. Rodney Wood in the 51-4. And it's checkered flag time. Duffman's going to finish second. And his fans go wild because they know how important that is for him. No taking it away from Jonathan Allard. Duff second, Sokol third, Corey McQuillan. A stunning drive for Kaya Poise McQuillan to finish in fourth. Rob Vasey in the 35 car on the inside of the front row. Alicia Hill started off racing motocross, went to TQs. That supercharged batteries, Jack's tyres. 6N car out of Nelson. Got a feature win in the Hydrolink War of the Wings to a credit, and you know there's drivers that try for seasons to get one of them. Anyway, let's sit down and hold on. Here we go, it's clean, it's green, and we move on with the heat number 12. Cole Wood, the promising youngster from Mount Maunganui, the Bay Park Speedway, and the son of the two-time New Zealand sprint car champion Rodney Wood. He got the march over his rivals in that one. Hill in second, then we go back to Rob Vasey. Benji Sneddon in the 8 car. Going topside is the 56 of Campbell McManaway. He gets him out and hits him with the hammer. Just drifts back a little. But McManaway, just a young fella in his first season of sprint car racing, has found something that is working for him. Another big charge around the top by McManaway. He's starting to chisel off some really good points. Stephen Taylor, all fire and brimstone in the niche number 9 car, muscling it up, making his moves. But our race leader, Cole Wood in the 41M car. Rob Vasey hanging on to second. Alicia Hill in the 6 car. What a battle royal we've got going on between the two Nelson registered drivers. Stephen Taylor in the 9 car and the 56 of Campbell McManaway. Taylor's another. He just desperately needs a confidence-boosting points haul. It's fast, it's furious. Colwood leading the way. Fazy in second, Hill in third. Here goes Taylor, just moving up to the top there, up by the white picket fence. Trying desperately to get a good haul and a big run on Alicia Hill. Hill takes him up to the top of the racetrack. Taylor's up for that challenge. Big move by Mad Max Guilford. The slide job across the face of the 56 car. Oscar Harcourt struck some problems, and that's very much impeded the 46 car of Joel Myers Jr., who just seems to be struggling a little in this one. 2 laps to go next time around for our race leader. Taylor, he's on the prowl. He's a shark. He smells the blood. He's up into third. It's still Colwood leading the way. Rob Fazy in second. Taylor, look at the battle going on here for the mine money. The I-Vent, High Tool 79 car, Mad Max Guilford. He's now up into 4th spot. Colwood, just 1 more lap to go here at the Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway. Taylor with the big move up into 2nd across the face of Fazy, and we've got trouble, and it's Colwood in there with the 88 of Jacob McIntyre.
Colwood looks like he's getting repositioned in the front.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's a pity we weren't able to listen to the referee's decisions, because normally, if you stop on the track, you restart from the back. However, it may be one of those prime cause things. You know, some of them are an absolute flip of the coin. We never saw it, so perhaps we'll just park that discussion.
I tell you what, folks, keep an eye on that 9N car. He's bound to put a slide job in the first corner. Let's see how it all pans out.
Well, Taylor, he went from being in front to now being in 3rd spot. He will be counting the points, counting the collateral damage in that points table. So it's Colwood. Taylor up into 2nd. This race is by no means over. The dash for the white line. Taylor, the big slide across the front. Stephen Taylor in the 9N car. Here goes Colwood with a slide job across the front of Taylor. They are going at it toe to toe. Stephen Taylor, Colwood, Max Guilford up there into 3rd. Then we go back to Rob Fazy. The run for the checkered flag. And Taylor with a big wheelie celebrates. What a showman. And we've got a problem here with Colwood again. A non-starter in this one. That leaves the front row, Jonathan Allard, all on his lonesome. We'll go back and revisit those points, I think. Just looking at some of them, that doesn't quite add up. I think the names are right. The points might be slightly out of whack. Michael Pickens, what an opportunity for a showdown between these two. Bailey Betts, very impressive in that 58M car. Next row back. Boy, this is wall-to-wall quality. The Access Man pace vehicle retires to the infield. Here we go. Heat number 13, race 7 on tonight's card. Who's got the matches? Who's got the fuse? It's the explosion time. And the 0 of Jonathan Allard. He leads the field down the back straight. Here comes Matthew Levisage mounting a challenge behind the tail of the 1 NZ car. That's the CRC Stadium Finance machine driven by Michael Pickens. In 4th place is the 71 of Jamie McDonald. Then we go back to Bailey Betts. Dave Kerr in the Ford, battling it out there with Ryan O'Connor in the 98 car. Steve Duff Jr. in the 15. Got a bit of work to do, bit of traffic to get by. But Allard, boy, he is just hooked up and looking good. Racetrack certainly on the slicker side of things. We can't wait for the sun to go down a little to help us. But big wheelie by Allard as he goes down past the MPD 100% fuels. Start finish line. Pickens in 2nd, Levisage in 3rd. McDonald is the sort of driver that can really make the top side work, and he's sitting there in 4th spot in that high Koki machine. And Ryan O'Connor put in the hard yards. He is in 5th spot. One of the silent drivers in this championship, and he just keeps picking up the points. Here comes Dave Kerr. Big charge around the top of Bailey Betts. So the Ford from the Springston Hotel car still looking good out there. DK currently sitting in that 6th position. Racetrack certainly starting to favour the high side. A little bit of the pace has gone out of it. and they will start chasing the dirt. See, they get that big right rear tyre right up close to the wall. Pickens, boy, he is starting to make some inroads into the lead that Jonathan Allard has got. Lap traffic is coming up large. 2 laps to go next time by the start-finish line, and Pickens certainly is reeling in Allard. Matthew Levisage sitting in third. He has got nothing to offer the 2 front runners right now. Is the lap traffic going to be the game changer? Because Pickens is now right up on the tail of Allard, running high, wide and handsome. Jonathan Allard in the 0 car. Michael Pickens in the 1. Who's going to pick what line? Alan Chapman gets all excited to say go by and spins, and then decides to pull out in front of Matthew Levisage. Checkered flag did come out. The race win went to Jonathan Allard from Michael Pickens. Matthew Levisage, the 71 of Jamie McDonald in 4th. David Kerr in 5th, car 99. Ryan O'Connor 6th. Steve Duff in 7th. Jaden Dodge in the 8th spot. Betts faded to 9th. Gene Spooner in 10th. Nigel Colvin 11th. And the 44 of Alan Chapman across the line in 12th.
Yeah, another good heat race there, Ruapuna, and how exciting is it when these cars get very wide on the track? They're getting very close to the outside, and it was Jonathan Allard pulling out all the stops there. He did get caught closely in the last couple of laps by Michael Pickens, but it was all over by that stage. So congratulations to you, Jonathan Allard.
Yellow light still flashing, but I sense that it's just about on the way out. There we go, yellow light out. We're in the starter's hands. This is the penultimate heat race. 52nd New Zealand Sprint Car Championships. Here we go, it's time for 10 laps of life in the fast lane. Green flag flies. Shannara Stronach from that front row starting position leads him down the back chute. Here goes Taylor, the big dive bomb there. He's up into 3rd spot right now. So it's Stronach, Campbell McManaway and Stephen Taylor. The 95 of Caleb Bourne. He decides he's going to have a run round the top. Big battle going on at the front between 2 of the young lions of sprint cars. McManaway on the outside, Stronach on the inside, and Stephen Taylor in the 9. Taylor, oh, he's all over the shop. Daniel Thomas, like a thief in the night, he already moves up into that 3rd position from a start deep in the field. He started from grid number 10. Stronach in 4th. Caleb Bourne, he's all over her tail. And Taylor's got by Thomas. So Campbell McManaway setting a great pace at the front of the field. McManaway running away and hiding from them. First season sprint car racer, and he's right up there in the dirt. Oh, Taylor manages to keep it going. Oh boy, the smoke will be coming out of his ears. I think he did it all by himself too, so he's got to redo it all. That will be worth watching. Daniel Thomas sitting there in 2nd, Caleb Bourne 3rd, Joel Myers Jr. Boy, he's rocketed up from grid 12 to be in the 4th position. And Max Guilford in 5th. Here goes Stephen Taylor already. Drives the big split between Shannara Stronach and Sean Ashton. He's like a man possessed in the niche car number 9. 3 laps to go next time around for Campbell McManaway, the young fella from Nelson. The crowd should really get him behind this because he is running the wheels off that car. Daniel Thomas in 2nd. Ah, the Stronach car grinding to a halt. This will bring the yellow light out. So that race order, Campbell McManaway, Daniel Thomas, Caleb Bourne, Joel Myers Jr., Max Guilford, Stephen Taylor, Sean Ashton, Connor Rangi, and the 84 of Dean Cooper. Green flag flies. Oh, she was like Brown's cows towards the back of the field there. McManaway went high, and the yellow comes back on. Yet Thomas, very calculating sort of driver too. He may decide the risk versus reward factor on that one. Green flag flies. Just 3 laps to go. McManaway up high, wrestling the wild bull. Joel Myers Jr. makes a move on Taylor. So it's McManaway, Thomas, Caleb Bourne, he's come into contention now, sitting there in third. Joel Myers Jr. in fourth. McManaway went out high. Thomas slid across the face of him. McManaway's coming back for another crack at him. We've got McManaway. Oh, he carried so much pace into that corner, and he's got his nose in front. No, Thomas has got him back again. Situation down the far end. Connor Rangi's around, and we've got a problem down there with Caleb Bourne and McManaway. Yeah, and just before, there's quite a nice moment between Campbell McManaway and Caleb Bourne. Campbell's pretty disappointed in it, and you know, there's a shake of hands and a pat on the back from Caleb Bourne, and he would know what it's like to be a young fella that's been involved in something that maybe just wasn't how it was planned. Anyway, back under the starters' orders, 2 laps to go. Joel Myers Jr., first one to mount the challenge. Thomas out high, Myers down low. Oh, the gloves are off on this one. Thomas starts to wind it up. He's gone topside. Myers in second. Stephen Taylor in third. Guildford in fourth. 82 Dean Cooper circulating right up the top side of the racetrack, where Angels fear to tread. Big battle going on at the front. Checkered flag is going to go to Daniel Thomas. Joel Myers Jr. in second. Stephen Taylor third. Guildford in fourth. Cooper in fifth. The 73. The 73 car of Sean Ashton was next. From Connor Rangi, Todd Richards, and well, another one, more drama than you can throw a stick at.
Give him a clap there, Ruapuna. Daniel Thomas showing his form from the North Island, a man that doesn't break under pressure, just signalling the crowd there. Congratulations to you, 3NZ. Who knows, mate, you might have another number by the end of tonight, and Daniel Thomas's team will be very pleased. Give him a big clap there, Ruapuna. Congratulations again.
Yeah, here we go. Let's time to lob of the clay. Heat 15, it's underway. 4 wide down the front straight. Rodney Wood, a gem of a start for him. Here comes Honeywell. The Christchurch veteran, Matt Honeywell, applying lots of pressure. Rodney Wood leads him out of the Stadium Finance corner. So it's Wood, Honeywell and Corey McQuillan, who's certainly put up a whale of a show this weekend. Here goes the 82 of Larson. The gloves are off at the front of the field between the 51 of Wood and the 64 of Matt Honeywell. Jamie Duff starting to weave his magic up into 6th spot right now, battling away with another one of the dirt track desperados in the CB Caravans and RV Centre 22, and that is Dean Brindle. But at the front of the field, it's the Makatu Poultry Farms machine of Rodney Wood. Matt Honeywell in second, Jamie Larson, perhaps one of his better showings of the whole weekend, in third, and Jamie Duff's up into fourth, gets by Corey McQuillan. Honeywell persisting with the downside or the bottom part of the racetrack. This is where guys like McQuillan, who may not have the horsepower to burn, can put up a really good showing. Not exactly a horsepower track right now. That could come back to us, but still Rodney Wood. 4 laps to go next time across the NPD 100% fuel start finish line. Rodney Wood, Matt Honeywell and Jamie Larson. They are the first 3. Jamie Duff in the 19 car sitting there in fourth from the 22 of Dean Brindle. Corey McQuillan, car number 12, sitting there in the 6th spot rather. Honeywell really wants to mount a serious challenge. You just sense he's trying to strangle Rodney Wood on this one. Yellow, McQuillan's car's expired.
Of course, Rodney Wood, and actually we've got Dean Brindle there as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4 ex-New Zealand champs in the top 5 placings, and Matt Honeywell, a Grand Prix winner.
Yeah, those 4 all know what the champagne tastes like. Wood, it's like a funeral procession coming up to the white line. Rodney Wood goes topside again, right up by the wall. Jacob McIntyre getting all racy back there with Dean Brindle. 3 laps to go this time round. Honeywell still in second. Larson in third. Duff in fourth. See Larson very happy to run the high line. Duff just comes down to the gutter. And that seems to be working for him because the gap between him and Larson is closing up big time. Be white flag out next time round. Matt Honeywell gets his nose in front just momentarily. Rodney Wood slams the door in Honeywell's face. Here comes Larson starting to wind up the 82 car. White flag, 1 lap to go. Honeywell coming under some real pressure. He's still sticking down for that bottom part of the racetrack. Rodney Wood up high, Larson up high, Duff preferring the bottom line. Down through Stadium Finance Corner, the run to the checkered flag is going to go to Rodney Wood. Matt Honeywell second, Jamie Larson third, Jamie Duff in fourth. Then we go back to the 22 of Dean Brindle, Jacob McIntyre, the 44 of Daniel Anderson, Zach Sokol in the 47, 6 Alicia Hill. Behind Hill was the 98 of Evans, Benji Snedden, the 8 of James Robinson, and of course the DNF was Corey McQuillan.
Yeah, more good racing there, Ruapuna. It was Rodney Wood that held out the fast finishing Matt Honeywell and Jamie Larson. So the slick track getting harder and harder to navigate. But Rodney Wood, congratulations to you, mate. You've taken out a heat of the 2023 New Zealand Sprint Car title.
Right in front of us this weekend. The Access Man pace vehicle brings them around. Now we start getting into the part of the program. It is the nitty, it is the gritty. You just see pace truck driver Lee Young just pointing to some of the drivers to move out slightly wider to that slightly greasy stuff. So much at stake. It's got to be done right.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan O'Connor in the BNT 98 car, a former absolute standout in TQs. Raced for Ron Salter Motorsport in the sprint cars for a time. And how good is it having Rhino back into the sprint car action, now driving in the BNT machine. Rob Vasey put in some good laps from time to time, and he'll learn a lot from this trip down here. I was stoked when he filled in the entry blank, simply because he's one of those guys pretty passionate about the sprint car racing and the ITM Bay of Islands machine. Sit down and hold on, folks, because oh boy, there's going to be some desperation in order here. They've got 10 laps to get the job done. Which two are going to progress to the big dance, which is the Sprint Car Nationals? We go green. Oh, Daniel Anderson's the first to go round. Yellow light comes on.
Pete.
Okay, referee's eyes are on the start. Jamie Larson pacing around that front row now will be as blank as you can make it. Green flag flies. All eyes, it's the first two that we need to get across line. Rob Vasey, big charge up the inside into third spot. Our race leader, Jamie Larson. Behind him, Ryan O'Connor. Oh, we've got a tangle going. And Daniel Anderson on his side. He got hooked up down there with the 93 of Todd Richards, a byproduct of B main. The pits, here we go. Third go, take three, B main one. Jamie Larson got a belter of a start. Here comes Bailey Betts in the 58. Nigel Colvin decides to run over Rob Vasey. Now we've got, this is turning into a demolition derby. We've got Rob Vasey down there, the 44 of Alan Chapman, and Corey McQuillan. And then there were 7.
Well, Batman, the way it's going, you might just have to survive this race, stay in the top two, and who knows, it's definitely desperate at the moment.
I think some of the drivers actually just have to settle. Collective breath held. Once they got one laps in the books, let's get up and give them a big cheer, because oh boy, there's so much pressure going. Here we go, back to the B main. Jamie Larson's got the ticket in his pocket right now, but he's still got 9 laps to go to actually clip it. Nigel Colvin in the 42 car getting out there big and wide, but the 98, Brian O'Connor in second, Sean Ashton in third. Then we go back to Colvin. Toddy Richards in the 93 car sitting in that 5th spot right now. Bailey Betts just faded back a little. But it's Larson and O'Connor. Sean Ashton will be absolutely praying that one of the guys up the front have some sort of issue, or whether in the few laps that they get in this one, whether there's any sort of setup that comes to him very, very late. Trying desperately to run the bottom part of the racetrack. While all that goes on, Jamie Larson running away and hiding from the field. O'Connor came with such big expectations, but like many, be bitterly disappointed with how it's panned out for them. Just 4 laps to go next time across the MPD 100% fuels. And we know that Jamie Larson is an absolute class act. Bailey Betts and Gene Spooner getting racy at the tail of the field. But it's almost effortless what we see from Jamie Larson. Ryan O'Connor starting to chase the dirt. Could that give Sean Ashton an opportunity? White flag out next time across the line for Jamie Larson in the 82 car, the Alexander Electric machine. Just 400 metres to go for Sean Ashton to grab one of the last tickets to the big dance. It's not going to work for him. Jamie Larson will take the win from Ryan O'Connor. Sean Ashton in 3rd and 4th spot. We're going to have Nigel Colvin. The 93 of Todd Richards was next best, and the big battle at the back between Bailey Betts and the 35 of Gene Spooner. Yeah, they'll be disappointed. They had set a benchmark of wanting to at least make the A mains. Adam Evans, James Robinson and Shannara Stronach. A trio of young racers from the lower part of the South Island. Young James from Timaru, ex-Street Stock Grand Prix winner. That's the New Zealand Street Stock Grand Prix. I think he won it twice.
Yep. Well, spare a thought for Jacob McIntyre, Invercargill's best hope at the Nationals here, and just a second-year sprint car driver, and I really hope he can progress through to the final. He's a pretty good peddler. It might have been a little overwhelming this weekend for him, but he's still got a chance. And as AJ's already talked about, Zach Sokol, an up-and-coming sprint car driver, one carrying the name of his father, and I think we're going to go racing after this lap here, AJ. Yellow light still flashing. With a bit of luck, we'll go racing next time around.
Yeah, and let's see how the B main number 2 unfolds in front of us. Yellow lights out. In the referee's hands. And how this one plays out is very much in the driver's hands. Here we go, coming up to the white chalk line. Sokol on the inside, McIntyre on the outside. Green flag flies. Big wheelies by Sokol. Lost a little bit of momentum. McIntyre gets hustling. Here comes the Sasquatch. Caleb Bourne. Alicia Hill making a big charge around the top in the 6N car out of Nelson, and she moves up into third spot. Bourne comes back, has another lash at it. Here goes Campbell McManaway. McManaway, he has really tried so hard all weekend long. The 95 car of Bourne being spat out like a dud check right now. Dave Kerr's up into fifth. It is not game over for Dave Kerr. He's got a vast amount of experience under his seatbelt. While Jacob McIntyre still leading the way from Zach Sokol. Campbell McManaway in third, Alicia Hill in fourth. Here's another battle looming as Caleb Bourne in the Avon Insurance BMC car. He decides that it's time to really get the elbows up in that 95 car, but he's got a huge job in front of him. Sokol, charge around the top. We've got to change at the front. Zach Sokol in the 47, drifts out wide. McIntyre sitting there in second. Realistically, McManaway's the only one in with a chance right now. 4 laps to go. Remember, just 2 cars transfer. And it's Zach Sokol, Jacob McIntyre, and Campbell McManaway is going to start having a crack around the top part of the racetrack. This kid just will not give up. He gets an A+ for effort. Sokol looking good. And it all came undone for Campbell McManaway. Here, just 3 laps to go.
Zach Sokol, fastest lap 15.7, so certainly the lap time slowing down. Warwick, I can hear you tuned in there, mate.
No, it was the Snedden car, it wasn't Robinson at all.
Oh, it was Snedden, was it?
Snedden's car.
Okay,
yep.
Benji Snedden. So,
and it looks like something happened there because he's not getting a restart. So when he came through there on those yellow laps, gave it a wee bit of a boost. Something has actually happened.
okay. All right, folks, yellow lights are out. We're going to go racing next time. Can Zach Sokol secure his position in the A final? And with fingers crossed, Jacob McIntyre can make it into his first New Zealand Sprint Car Championship.
Here we go, 3 laps to go. Green flag about to fly. B-main number 2. And Alicia Hill grabs the second spot. That shuffles McIntyre back through the deck of cards to a place he does not want to be at all. Here comes Dave Kerr winding up the forward. Kerr is going to give it everything. He moves up into third spot. Our race leader is still Zach Sokol. Has Kerr got enough? He's got a lot of work to do, but he's getting out high and wide. Alicia Hill sitting in that second spot. Dave Kerr in third. It'll be an absolute miracle now for him to get through. Zach Sokol down through the Stadium Finance corner will take the checkered flag. Alicia Hill takes second, Dave Kerr in third. Then we go back to the 98 of Adam Evans. McIntyre faded to 5th, James Robinson 6th. Caleb Bourne rounds out a very disappointing Nationals. Quite possibly struggling with that car that took a big pumbling earlier in the show. So Zach Sokol in the 47 and Alicia Hill, the 2 drivers that transfer through to tonight's Sprint Car A main.
Car champion. Who will it be? The Americans, the Kiwis, the South Islanders, or the North Islanders? We're certainly going to find out very shortly as these guys start to get in formation for their parade. Light up your cell phone, folks. Let's get this whole place glowing and salute your champion drivers here at the Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway.
So much to look forward to, folks. Here we go. 4 wide salute starts forming up. And what a picture we've got here at Ruapuna. If you're enjoying the stream globally via RJP TV, sitting here in the terraces, we hope you have really enjoyed it. This is the big one. Last minute thoughts, last minute preparations. The drivers are in the zone. Will it be the consummate professional, 2-time New Zealand champion Jonathan Allard? Will it be the the NZ number 3, Daniel Thomas? Have we got a newcomer ready to step up onto the stage and seize the mantle as New Zealand Sprint Car champion? It does not get any better than this. The 52nd New Zealand Sprint Car Championship brought by Access Man. Ruapuna, give us a roar. Are you ready? Yellow lights out. So much at stake. Sit down and hold on, folks. Coming down, round past Value Cars Grandstand, Stadium Finance, green flag ready to fly. It's showtime, it's go time. The Nationals are underway. And it was Jonathan Allard that got the start. Stephen Taylor leapt through into that second spot. Couple of drivers got together at the back. Yellow light's going to come on. Not a tidy start.
Well, there you go, Ruapuna, the first test of Stephen Taylor. He made some big passes there and got himself into a very good position. Of course, that yellow light comes on. It's going to be a complete full restart. Jonathan Allard made a huge break there, AJ, but Stephen Taylor is ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, he is. He is primed, and the detonator is charged. Of course, Allard has the luxury. He is the man that sets the pace. He has done this thousands of times in a stellar career that has him up there as one of the very, very best in California, and certainly one of the favourites of New Zealand sprint car racing history. JA in the Dalton's car The feature race start in his hands, and Allard again leads them out. Thomas this time grabbed the second. Matthew Levisage in the 78 car hustles up into third. Cars around, over and backwards and all sorts over there. The 84 of Dean Cooper is one of them.
79, Max Guilford's involved in that. The 47 car of Zach Zolkol is sitting in there as well. That would be Rodney Wood that's taken the big tumble, I think.
We'll be going green very shortly.
We started with 20, we're down to 15. The war of attrition has not yet been won, folks, at front row. Jonathan Allard on the outside, Daniel Thomas, the Kiwi, on the inside. Yellow light still flashing, just waiting for the Speedway Control Board officials who control all aspects of the on-field operation.
Yeah, looks like a couple of drivers just in the rear of the field being repositioned. And that's Ryan O'Connor and Alicia Hill. Jamie Duff just in front there. And Jaden Dodge bringing up the rear. Lights are out, AJ. Time to go racing.
Yeah, let's sit down and hold on. Hope we can get this race up and underway. It does want to go, and we send them away. Take 3 in the Nationals, and this time it's Daniel Thomas. Daniel Thomas down the back straight. Jonathan Allard hooked up and hauling in the Dalton's car. They make their way out of turn number 1 down the front straight here. So it's Thomas on the inside, Allard on the outside. Then we go back to the 9 car of Stephen Taylor. Matthew Levisage, big challenge at the top. JA looking for the dirt there. Thomas is so good in that bottom part of the racetrack. Michael Pickens starting to wind it up, looking for a little bit of dirt. Allard just trying to unbreak the chain here that he is hooked onto with Daniel Thomas. Allard makes a big charge around the top. You've got Thomas down low. Pickens certainly has found some traction out there in the CRC number 1, and he is hunting them down. Stephen Taylor there in that 3rd spot. What a battle we've got at the front between Jonathan Allard and Daniel Thomas, the Kiwi number 3. Allard's got us. Allard's got his nose in front. Thomas now just changes alignment a little, moves up higher. What a battle going on there between Stephen Taylor and Michael Pickens. Pickens is now up into 3rd position. He is like the shark. He can sense the blood out there. Pickens in 3rd. Jonathan Allard, Daniel Thomas, Michael Pickens. Allard will be hoping that Pickens gets caught up in a big battle with Thomas, which will allow Allard to keep that momentum up. Taylor now goes topside. Matt Honeywell, he's up into 5th spot. Matthew Levisage just faded back into 6th. He's in a big battle with Joel Myers Jr. It's still Jonathan Allard, Thomas Pickens. Taylor is running the high line. He's up where Angels fear to tread, as is young Joel Myers Jr. Scuffed the concrete down the back straight. He has found something that is working for him. Keep all eyes on the 2 guys that are running the high side. Allard, Thomas, Pickens, Taylor, Honeywell and Levisage. That's your top 6. Allard's got a big break on his opponents. It's pretty much the length of the straightaway advantage. Thomas still there in that 2nd position. Pickens desperately looking for the opportunity. Taylor, his race just seems to be going off a little as Honeywell moves up into 4th. The Flying Farmer in 4th, and we've lost Jonathan Allard. Oh dear me, JA's out. It's back to the Kiwis. Daniel Thomas, Michael Pickens and Matt Honeywell. We've got Myers starting to run the high line. Would have been getting desperately hot in that car. Yellow light comes on. We go green again. Daniel Thomas doing what he can to extend that lead. Pickens is just going to be content running down the bottom part of the racetrack, and Michael Pickens in the CRC car sits there in second. Honeywell in third. Here comes Myers. He's up into fourth. And Joel Myers Jr. running the high line. Daniel Thomas is really under a huge amount of pressure from Michael Pickens. Matt Honeywell still hanging on to that third spot and looking oh so good, but Myers carrying a lot of corner entry speed to run that top side of the racetrack. You see Connor Rangi's decided to go upstairs as well. Big battle going on there between Taylor and Levisic. Levisic moves up a spot. The South Island boys are putting in a big showing, and the Duffman's on the prowl as well. So it's still Daniel Thomas, Michael Pickens and Matt Honeywell. The 46 of Myers running the big laps up the top part of the racetrack, and he is making huge inroads into the efforts of the Kiwis. Oh boy, this is just starting to open up. Jamie Duff's another one. He's decided, I've got to start running where others aren't. Daniel Thomas, he is conducting the sprint car orchestra at this stage. Pickens still in second. Honeywell's closing on Pickens. Don't write Honeywell off. He is so determined. Myers still up top side. In fifth and sixth, South Islanders, Levisic and then Rangi. Then we go back to Taylor, McDonald, Jamie Duff. Daniel Thomas, the lap starting to count down. Pickens just waiting for the opportunity, but he has got one very determined. Oh, there was contact and Matt Honeywell. Oh, tragedy. Bit of contact, and Matt Honeywell, who has run in third spot for 18 laps of the Nationals. It's Heartbreak Hotel.
Well, what a big moment that was, folks. It was Joel Myers Jr. getting very desperate, and Matt Honeywell not wanting to give an inch. Both drivers seen each other, but tried to play a high-speed game of chicken, and Matt Honeywell come off worse than that one. What an absolute shame for the sprint car driver from Methven, and his family will be very disappointed. What a great showing, Matt. An unbelievable moment for you. But Joel Myers Jr. has created his own high line, AJ. I've noticed that he's carved his way through. It's just him and Jamie Duff brave enough to go on the outside. So plenty to play out for here. Daniel Thomas probably needs a breather. He's been absolutely pressured by Michael Pickens lap after lap after lap. And now in third spot, of course, it is Joel Myers Jr.
Well, that
thing, yellow lights out. Officials are happy. Matt Levisic, Connor Rangi starting to come into the big picture of this 52nd New Zealand Sprint Car champion. Green flag about to come out. 12 more laps to go, folks. Thomas gets the start. Pickens in second. And Joel Myers Jr., he grabs that third spot and immediately rekindles his love affair with the top side of the racetrack. Levisic, he is so good at running the bottom line in the Toyco 78 machine, and he will certainly capitalise on any possibility, any opportunity that comes his way. Levisic is up into third. Myers just smacks the cushion up there, and he drops back another spot, but momentum is his friend right now. All eyes on the big run being put in by the 16-year-old Californian Joel Myers Jr. But Matthew Levisic, he has got his heart set on a podium spot. Oh, he gets sideways on Rangi. He's trying to muscle his way through, and oh, we've got three of them going hammer and tongs. Joel Myers Jr., has he regained that third spot? Levisic down low, Myers up high. All the attackers coming in from Joel Myers Jr., Matthew Levisage in the 78 car. Running the bottom line, it's still Daniel Thomas at the head of the field. Here comes Rangi and McDonald and Taylor and Duff. We've got a dockyard brawl going on. Ryan O'Connor retires to the infield, and as the laps start running down, it is still Daniel Thomas, Michael Pickens, Matthew Levisage. That's the race order. 5 laps to go next time across the NPD 100% fuel start finish line. Myers has drifted back to 5th. Here's a big challenge coming in from Pickens with that 5 laps to go. Thomas, he's got to hang on. He's got to attack while defending at the same time. He's got to attack his own race. Pickens is all over him like a rash. Levisage still in that 3rd. Myers in 4th. Rangi in 5th. McDonald in that 6th position. Now all eyes head towards the front of the field, where it's been Daniel Thomas. What an outstanding show he has put on tonight. Can he get down to the number 1? Is Pickens going to leave the number 1 on the CRC Stadium Finance machine? Running out of laps, running out of opportunities for Pickens. Matthew Levisage sitting in that 3rd spot. White flag, 1 to go. Here we go, Ruapuna. Pickens, his last chance. It's Daniel Thomas. Pickens, he's just lost a car length. Drag race down the back straight. Daniel Thomas, he leads him down into the prison bend. Checkered flag looms. We have a New Zealand champion. It's Daniel Thomas. Michael Pickens 2nd. What a stunning run by Matthew Levisage in 3rd.
What do you think, Ruapuna? Daniel Thomas hangs on after a pressure-packed 30-lap feature with the New Zealand champion Michael Pickens putting all sorts of pressure on him. Congratulations to you, mate. You've done beautifully over this weekend and you've deserved your championship title. Michael Pickens in for 2nd, and our local boy, Matthew Levisage, takes out 3 NZ. What a wonderful result here for Ruapuna Speedway and some of our very best sprint car drivers here at the racetrack. What an amazing race, folks. What an amazing weekend. How exciting was that as a title? And it was Daniel Thomas who took it out and secured his place as one of the best sprint car drivers in New Zealand. How good is Daniel Thomas doing donuts, ending up on victory lane? What an absolute pro drive that was. Congratulations to you, mate. Well deserved. Here he goes, folks. Daniel Thomas.
Dumpy Nation.
Yeah, give it up, Ruapuna. A well-deserved win. Yeah, look, give it up again, once again, folks. Wahey! What a fantastic way to wind down the 52nd running of the New Zealand Sprint Car Championship. Daniel Thomas, you've finally done it, mate. 3 NZ a couple of times, and you now take out the title of champion sprint car driver. AJ Batt, we've got you down there, mate. Let's have a catch up with the top 3. And what a result for Matthew Leversedge. A fantastic local drive here, and we thought he had it in him to get a podium, and he's done just that.
Yeah, he has, folks. Thanks, Ruapuna. What a great weekend. What a great crowd. And in 3rd place, the Christchurch boy, Matthew Leversedge. How good was that?
Yeah, that was expletive awesome. Yeah, that was unreal. Obviously, a lot of pressure from really hard, but yeah, we lost a few spots, and the guys said, "Stay patient, it'll come to you." And the car was really good. I just started running a bit slower just to make sure I didn't make a mistake. But oh yeah, that's awesome. To get 3rd at Ruapuna, my home track. I grew up there in the stands, dreaming of getting a podium in this championship. So it is awesome.
Yeah, 3 generations of your family have raced here. Just so good. What a great result. And we know that you're going up to Auckland has been a big part of your preparation for this.
Yeah, it's been huge, but I think this is only about our 8th or 9th meeting of the season, so it was quite a relaxed feel coming into it. We sort of had no pressure, and the team executed all weekend. I love all those guys so much, and it's been a hard season, but yeah, this makes it all worth it.
There we go, folks. Matthew Leversedge, number 3 NZ. In 2nd place, the defending champion he was, Michael Pickens. He threw everything at this, including the kitchen sink. Michael, a tough weekend in many respects, but boy, you gave it everything. There's no crumbs on the plate.
No, we didn't win, but man, I was super proud of my team. They rallied pretty hard last night to get our car back together. It's a credit to them that we're standing in this position right now.
At any point, did you think you had one sniff of getting Daniel Thomas, or was it just waiting for him, waiting for the race to come to you?
Yeah, we had a really good car. I thought we were slightly better, and maybe he was conservative, but there's only so many opportunities you get when a track lays rubber like that, and just got to sit and wait. Really, had a one shot on that restart when he went to the top and nearly cleared him on the bottom, but. Man, if anyone else is going to win it, I'm pretty glad it's him. He's a hell of a driver, and the team deserves it.
Great stuff, folks. Number 2 NZ, Michael Pickens. And now the winner, this guy here. You talk about the fairy tale. There's been all sorts of adversity in this guy's life, and you are just one hell of a racer. You came down, you sat your backside in a car at Nelson that you'd only seen sitting on a trailer, and you won the South Island Championship a couple of seasons back, and we knew Daniel Thomas was something special, but boy, how good is this?
Oh, I'm out of breath, but first of all, I want to thank my wife at home looking after my kids. I know she's watching, so hey, how you going? I hope the kids are in bed by now. But no, I love you, and this is what I always wanted, and I appreciate following my dreams. Yeah, big thank you to the team, Jason McInnoe, the man, Mouse, Adrian, Kevin, Cal, Bruce, Tim, Brayton, and of course Jeff Harper and Suzanne Harper. Just can't thank them enough for giving me this absolute hot rod. It's the best car I've ever driven, and yeah, we're going to keep this up.
Yeah, the 5-heat format is tough, isn't it? From go to woe, you've got to be on point, and you've just got to hope that nothing gets in your way. Was there any part of that feature race when you thought, uh-oh, I'm in trouble here, or were you really content?
Yeah, at the start, I knew Allard had the pace, and unfortunate him, obviously he's done a motor or something, but yeah, once I got going on the bottom, I figured the bottom was best. Once I tried up higher down there, and I seen Michael come under, and so I thought I'll just run the bottom. If he's going to get the drive out there, then good on him. Maybe I can fight him once he does get past me or something. But yeah, it never happened, so I just stuck to the bottom, and yeah.
And here you are, ladies and gentlemen, the New Zealand Sprint Car champion, Daniel Thomas. Back up to you, Craig.
Yeah, what a great memory it's going to be for Daniel Thomas. He absolutely outperformed everybody this weekend. And folks, thank you very much for attending a big weekend of sprint car racing here at the Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway, all brought to us by Access Man. Now, if you'd like to come down to the pits and see some of these drivers up close and personal, you're more than welcome. Come on down and get a few signatures. Make sure you say g'day to Daniel and give him a pat on the back. What a great drive that was. And he's really made a spectacular weekend of racing here at Ruapuna. Really worth it. So congratulations, Daniel. A fantastic effort. And we'll talk with you a little later on the podium and present you with your New Zealand Championship trophy.